Good morning. My name is Dominique and this is Homesteading for Three if you are new. I haven't filmed in a couple of weeks because we've been very busy. So I'm going to show you some updates on our garden and what projects we're going to accomplish today. So excuse my hair, it is very greasy. I am gonna get this garden work done and then I'm gonna get ready because we have a wedding to go to later. So ignore that. So since we last talked, this zinnia, no, Cosmos has gone crazy. It's a bush. So we are gonna move that into our front landscaping at some point. I don't know if you're supposed to cut it back or not. I'll have to research that. Let me know in the comments if you know how to handle those for the winter. But yeah, a lot of things. So I got some plants from my sister-in-law. This, if you remember, if you saw that video, this was where our onions were. So that's been cleared out for a while. Got a couple weeds growing, but we'll take care of those before winter. This bed is one of the things we're going to tackle today. So I need to take all the netting off. Cut off the plants. I know you're supposed to leave the roots in with beans because they have a lot of nitrogen for the soil. So I'm gonna just cut at the base, like where where they meet the soil, and then we'll pull the plants out. Our tomatoes. So we still have a lot of tomatoes on here that are still green. However, they're not coming in as quickly as they were. I mean, for several weeks we were getting multiple handfuls a day of cherry tomatoes, so I'm okay with it calming down a little bit. We have quite a few bigger tomatoes that are not quite ripe yet. Some more over there. So waiting for those to ripen up. There's also some Romas on the other end. Now our jalapenos, we've gotten quite a bit of jalapenos over the season, so we still have a lot that are on the plant, and that's going to be another project today, is harvesting the rest of the jalapenos and then also the banana peppers, which I'll show you in a minute. That cucumber plant I'm going to rip out. It's done. The flowers are still going, and I'm surprised. I didn't think they would go that long for some reason. A lot of my jalapenos are ripening. I have one in there somewhere that's red. Yeah, you can see it right there. And then we have a bunch of banana peppers that we will also harvest as well. So then over here, so my broccoli did start forming what looked as broccoli, but I didn't do anything with it, so I think it's too far gone. But that's okay. What we did new is we ripped out, there's a couple cucumber plants in here if you saw previous garden updates. Those were done, so I pulled those out. We also had our sweet potatoes here, so we pulled all our sweet potatoes out. I didn't film actually harvesting those, so I'll insert a picture in here showing the sweet potatoes we got. So that's what I grew, and it's my first year growing sweet potatoes, so I'm okay with that. I mean, we had a couple that were, a pretty decent size, a lot of them that were like stringy and long and skinny, but we got something, so I'm happy. And then this is where the corn was, so I'll show you a picture of the corn that we got. And that corn, it was user error. We should have just boiled the corn. We tried roasting it and we overcooked it a little bit, so it was a little chewy, but that's okay. And then my zinnias, so this has also gotten huge. I need to cut this back. I didn't realize that zinnias were like a cut and come again type of flower, so I haven't cut it this whole season. And now it's like, they're not looking as pretty, so I'm gonna have to cut that back. I don't know if there's still enough time left in the season to get more flowers or not, but we'll see. I'm gonna rip that cucumber out as well. So that's really about it as far as garden projects. Once I clean up that bean bed, we will have 1, 2, 3, 4 beds that are completely cleaned out, and then we're just waiting on the tomatoes to be fully done. So those are our projects for the day. So this little netting contraption here, it did the trick as far as keeping out most critters. Some were able to figure out a way in still. But either way, this was very annoying to like get in and harvest and weed and stuff like that. So I haven't figured out exactly what I'm gonna do as a solution next year, but if you have any suggestions on pest barriers, netting, anything like that, that has worked well for you, let me know. Thanks. All right, now that basically 2/3 of my garden is done for the season, we are going to pick all of the jalapenos and banana peppers on these plants, but my daughter wanted to help, so I'm gonna get her and then we're gonna do that. And I'll show you how much we get. All right, here is our pepper haul and a couple of extra things from yesterday. But I'm gonna handle these another day. I'm gonna make a spicy salsa. I just need to get some more tomatoes from my parents because all of mine are still really green and I wanna make salsa. But I wanna make a spicy salsa. So good thing we have plenty of jalapenos. I did make cowboy candy a couple weeks ago, but I didn't slice the jalapenos when I did it. I like used my food processor and made it like it was a really fine dice, which I didn't realize I could have sliced them with my food processor. But it still tastes really good. So maybe I'll turn some of this into cowboy candy, but slices, but we'll see. I don't know. But we got a lot done out there. I am going to shower and relax. So then later I can get ready for this wedding that we're going to. But thanks so much for hanging out with me while we do a few garden tasks. There won't be much more that needs to be done between now and the end of garden season. Oh, I forgot to mention, when we were out there, I was like pruning some of the plants. So you'll probably see I took out one jalapeno plant and one bell pepper plant. And then I left the rest because I have plenty and I don't know if I'll get any more from those anyway, but I left some of the smaller jalapenos on there, so we'll probably get a few that will ripen in the time, you know, get bigger and ripen in the time before season's over. But I am in Wisconsin, zone 5B, I believe, and we are maybe like a month from our first frost date, or less than a month. I don't remember what the exact date is, but yeah. So thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Bye.